afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Presentation Day 2024. I would like to welcome family, friends, staff, most importantly our students, to our ceremony this afternoon. I'd also like to give some special welcomes to some special guests. I'd like to welcome Alex Monk, who is our Council Chair, Mr Ivan McLean from the ASC, the Moira Shire Chair Administrator, Dr Graham Emerson, and we have an array of special guests representing our local organisations, many of whom who have generously donated awards today. And there's a couple of apologies I'd like to acknowledge: Bishop Clarence and Roberta Hamilton. Today we celebrate those students who throughout the year have demonstrated the qualities for which Cobram AGS stands. We recognise those who have excelled academically, as well as those who have inspired us with their efforts in the arts, STEM and sports fields. We recognise those who consistently display our values of integrity, endeavour and community. Although not everyone will receive an award today, we would like to acknowledge and congratulate every single student for the contribution they make to our thriving community. I would now like to welcome Harlan Robbins and Caden Duggan to present the Acknowledgement of Country.
Tebin Dola Nagatha Harlan Robbins, meaning hello, my name is Harlan Robbins. I am a descendant of the Yorta Yorta people across the Cummeragunja, and I am from the Kalithaban and the Wallathika clans. Gopagaka and Ganya, meaning welcome friend.
Hello, my name is Caden Duggan and I'm a proud Wiradjuri boy. My school, Cobram Anglican Grammar School, acknowledges the Australian Aboriginals and the Torres Strait Islander peoples of this nation. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which our school is located and where we meet here today.
We pay our respects to ancestors and elders past, present and emerging, and extend our recognition to their descendants who are present, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture and hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples across the nation. We acknowledge the first Australians as the traditional custodians of this continent, whose culture is among the oldest living cultures in human history. Cobram Anglican Grammar School is committed to honouring Australian and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's culture and spiritual relationship to land, water and seas, and their rich contribution to society. Gaka Yawala Nagala Yabena, Yorta Yorta Waka, meaning come walk with us, people on the Yorta Yorta country. Thank you.
I'd now like to ask Nathan Gassane, who is our Captain of Anglican Identity in 2024, to lead us in prayer.
God of all knowledge, who opens our minds to learn and to understand. God of all creation, who opens our imaginations to build and to create. God of all hope, who opens our hearts for the world of your wildest dreams. We give thanks for the talents represented here today, for our wisdom, knowledge and understanding. We give thanks for the pride we take in our accomplishments as individuals and as a community. We celebrate with you our successes. A year completed, stories written, jobs well done. We mourn with you our failures to see one another simply for who we are. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Nathan. I'd now like to ask Mr Willett to come forward for the Principal's address.
Thank you so much, Ms Doyle, and thank you, Harlan and Kate, for that beautiful acknowledgement. And thank you, Nathan, for your opening prayer. So good afternoon, everybody, students, staff, parents and distinguished guests. It's wonderful to see everybody here today. It's a really important day for all schools, presentation day, and I can assure you if you're standing up here looking out over this gathering, it's quite humbling. So it's great to have everybody here today with us. In 2023 on this day, I was lying in hospital in bed, just had my right knee replaced, and I think I delivered a pretty clumsy principal speech on video. So it's much better to be here today in person, I can assure you. Okay. So it's a real privilege to welcome this gathering and to speak at the 2024 Presentation Day. We gather to celebrate the achievements, dedication and spirit of this wonderful school and the community that we belong to. As I've been thinking about this past year, one of the things that I'm always reminded of is the incredible dedication shown by our staff, our students and our families. And I often talk about collaboration in the space of education. And I can say with great honesty and pride that not only as a group we've faced the challenges that go with being a school, but we've also embraced those opportunities to grow and learn and shine. One of the things about today that does leave a little bit of a lump in my throat, it's a very special day, but some might say slightly bittersweet, as we bid farewell to 5 remarkable members of our staff who are retiring after years of really committed service to our school. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge Mrs. Delwyn Hills. Delwyn's not here this afternoon, but I'm going to mention her in her absence nonetheless. Mrs. Hills has been a cornerstone of our school, influencing generations of students with a passion for teaching and the arts. So we thank Delwyn for her dedication, and her warmth will be greatly missed by students and her colleagues. All of our teachers are special, all our staff are special. We've got one person here. His name is Mr. Kevin Quinn. So I'd also like to extend on behalf of the whole school our deepest gratitude to Mr. Kevin Quinn. Kevin's been a source of wisdom and guidance not only for our students but for the entire school community. His unwavering commitment to fostering a supportive and inclusive environment has enriched our school in so many ways. Kevin, just put your hand up, wave it around like this. Kevin, we thank you for your years of service and wish you all the best in this new chapter of your life. Today I asked Kevin this morning how long he worked in education for, and his first initial response was 52 years. But then he realised he couldn't do the math very well, so he wasn't really sure, but what he was sure of was that he started in 1973. So that is a remarkable journey, and well done and thank you. I think round of applause. I've said often at these assemblies that I'm probably one of the oldest people here. Kevin's nearly been working in education as long as I am old, so that's pretty darn good effort, Kevin. Mrs. Karen Dagu is finishing up with us this year, so I'd like to thank Karen for her dedication and positive energy that she brought to the school. I'm not sure if Karen is here this afternoon or not. I don't think she is, but certainly in her absence. We'd be really lucky to have Karen's creativity and enthusiasm, and certainly her contribution will be remembered very fondly. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Jeff Brown, who's sitting at the back up here. Jeff's been a cornerstone of our language domain, and his commitment in that area has been very significant. So his ability to connect with students and staff has created a culture of respect and thoughtfulness. And Jeff, we are profoundly grateful for your years of service, and we wish you all the very best in your next venture at the Chuka. Okay? The Chuka's gain our loss. Make the most of it. And finally to Mrs. Sharon Bird. Mrs. Sharon Bird was lucky to get a job at the school, which she actually barracks at Brisbane, and you just stay right from it. But finally, to Mrs. Bird, thank you so much, Sharon, for your years of dedication and support. Your care and attention to detail ensured that our maths department has continued to subtract and multiply and do weird things like algebra and quadratic equations, whatever they are. Okay. But thank you so much for your time at our school, and rest assured that we will miss your quiet strength and reliability. So thank you, Sharon. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the support of our school council. Alex, thanks so much in that space. So Mrs. Alex Monk is here today, our chair. She's a wonderful supporter of our school, and both at a school level and a personal level, I really appreciated your support. I'd also like to acknowledge the Anglican Schools Commission. So Ivan, thank you for being here with us today, and certainly the support of the Commission certainly gives us, it really empowers us to do the things that we want to do at the school. We appreciate that very much. To the Parents and Friends Association, we're deeply grateful for the efforts of that group. They do a lot of things that go unnoticed around our school, fundraising, volunteering, or simply being there for students and staff. They do a great job, and they make a world of difference to our school community, so thanks so much to Parents and Friends. And then I'm moving on now to probably the most important people in our gathering, and that's the students. I've said many times at these gatherings that the best thing about our school is our students, and I say that again today. We are so fortunate to have such a wonderful group of young people at our school, and I thank our students so much. But today, our award winners, congratulations on your outstanding achievements, your hard work, your dedication, your perseverance. Academic awards, any awards, don't come easily. They're hard won, and I have great respect for our award winners, so well done. But I also know that there's many students here today who won't receive an award. But I know how hard they've applied themselves. I know how hard they've worked to achieve to their potential. And to those students, I also say that you can be very satisfied with your achievements. Quite simply, you don't have to win an award to be successful. So please remember that one and all. So finally, to all of our students, families and teachers, thank you for your contributions across the year. Each of us plays a vital role in making our school the wonderful place it is, whether it's in the classroom, on the sports field, or through our community involvement, our efforts and spirit of what makes this school so unique. Thank you all for being here today, and whether your Christmas being a special religious and spiritual event, or just a special time to spend with family, friends and loved ones, may it be joyous and fulfilling. Go well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Willett. Our first group of awards celebrates students that have achieved academic excellence for their year level. Academic excellence is awarded to the student that achieves the highest results in formal subjects in the specific assessments throughout the school year. These students are diligent, consistent and conscientious in their studies. They seek assistance and continuously strive to be the best that they can be. I'd like to ask Mrs. Clark and Mr. Thompson to come forward to present these awards. We're going to start with our very smallest students and our first award recipient today, and that's from Foundation, and that's Harry Gillespie. And from Year 1, Francesco Bazzoni. And from Year 2, George Simpson. Okay, from Year 3, that award goes to Lucas Smith. And Year 4, Marola Wisa. And from Year 5, Oliver Atkins. And our Academic Excellence Award for Year 6 goes to Cohen Kane. Moving into our secondary school, our Academic Excellence Award at Year 7 goes to Alison Orwin. We have joint winners of this award at Year 8, Nikki Vaughan, who is absent today, and Murray Broderick. At Year 9, this award goes to Cedric Payne. Academic Excellence at Year 10 belongs to Olivia Thompson. And again, we had joint winners at Year 11 with Regan Rouse and Michaela Pastrucci. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Clark. Mr. Thompson, sorry, if you could stay behind. Our next set of awards is the awards for our Students of the Week. Over the course of 2024, senior school teachers have entered data for positive behaviour, recognising students in class who strive to achieve their best, complete all set tasks, engage respectfully with teachers and their peers, and display excellent citizenship, as well as the weekly prize barrel for Student of the Week. These awards today recognise the students who have achieved the most positive entries for their year level. I'd like to ask Hamisha Fernando from Year 7 to come forward. The winner at Year 8 was Nikki Vaughan, who is absent today. At Year 9, our Student of the Week was Jet Munro. At Year 10, that student was Olivia Thompson. At Year 11, again we had joint winners, the first Sky McConnell, who is not with us today, and Abigail Brooker. Now, I can vouch for the fact that for our Year 12 cohort, when we saw Mr. Thompson loiter at our door on a Monday morning before homeroom, we were very excited because he had his prize basket in hand. And I'm delighted to announce that our Year 12 winner is Ebony Kernigan. And we look forward in senior school to that award system continuing into 2025. I'm now going to ask Mr. Thompson to acknowledge our 2024 school captains and introduce our 2025 school captains. So I'll hand over to Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Ms. Doyle. Can I get my 2024, our school's 2024 leadership team to come forward while I'm saying a few words on their behalf? It's been an absolute honour and a privilege to work with the four fine young people that you see walking towards our stage. Maddie, Amelia, Thomas and Nathan. They have represented our school with distinction. They have been there for anything that we've needed them for any event that we've run in the community, and they've been fantastic in terms of their organisation with us here in the senior school. One of the things that we are very clear on as an executive and as a school is that whilst we have in our current school captaincy team 2 students that have the title of school captains and 2 others that have special portfolios of captain of Anglican identity and captain of community service, all 4 of our leaders have been exceptional and we see them as equals. So we've made a couple of adjustments to our portfolios for captaincy for 2025. Each of our school captains will have a special portfolio and we'll introduce you to those portfolios as well as we make these badge presentations. So, if I could ask Matthew to come forward, and if I could ask our 2025 Captain of Stewardship, Alina Corso, to come to receive her captaincy badge. You team can go, so how's that? All right, and if I could ask Amelia to come forward to present our 2025 Captain of Student Engagement, her badge, and that is Mackenzie During. All right, and if our 2024 Captain of Anglican Identity, Nathan, can come forward to present our 2025 Captain of Anglican Identity, her badge, and that's Regan Rouse. Last but certainly not least, our 2024 Captain of Community Service was Thomas, who will hand over the badge to our 2025 Captain of Community Service, Abigail Brooker. All 8 people you see standing up here on the stage are fantastic representations of our school. I wish my 2024 captaincy team all the best for your results, which are impending tomorrow. A nervous wait for you all. Be aware that you'll always be with us and we will always have your backs. Go forth and be the best persons you can be outside of our school. For my 2025 captaincy team, your work has already begun. It began yesterday, or began earlier in the term with hosting some assemblies, and you've already involved yourself in the community and you will represent our school with distinction, as I'm sure you will next year. Here are our captains for 2024 and 2025. Now, this may come as a shock to some of you who are sitting at the back, but we have in our front, on the floor, the most magnificently behaved group of foundation students who have sat here and listened attentively to these presentations, to these speeches, even the speech by Mr. Willett. You guys listened to Mr. Willett with intent. It was great. But we know that sitting on the floor is not particularly comfortable for you. So, foundation students, this is going to be your time to exit and enjoy your afternoon. Thank you for being a part of our presentation day. You'll be heading back to class. All right. With our foundation students having made their departure, I'd like to welcome our school council chair, Mrs. Alex Monk, to come forward and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Acknowledging Mr. McLean from the ASC, Mr. Willett Principal, Dr. Graham Edmondson from Morayshire, and also Reverend Victor, and staff, parents, and most importantly, our lovely little students. Well, I shouldn't say little because some of them are quite big, much taller than me. This is a surprise that I am making a speech. I found it on the program when I arrived. So we will wing it. It's been a pleasure to lead the school council this year. As many of you are aware, I did have a challenge at the start of the year. It's still with me, but we move on through life. As the Year 12s will, when they receive their results tomorrow. No matter what your result is, remember you are a very special person. You've been a very special person, not only to your family, but to this school as well. And wherever your life may lead you, just remember, we will remember what you, and we will follow you. I know results, there's a lot of emphasis placed on results, but I remember our youngest daughter, Rebecca, when she had to make a speech at presentation night, having been a school captain at her school, she said to the Year 12 students, "Remember, you are more than just a number. So no matter what your number is, remember, you're more important." I am allowed to announce from Franzel today, we have all been waiting with bated breath for the Trade Centre to arrive. Who's waiting for that? Anybody here got special? Yes, and I bet Mr McConnell is too, with those fantastic robotic arms he has out over here. I saw them in action the other night. I am delighted to say that finally the contract's been signed today. And I am allowed to tell you that. The company has been on site, and next year we will have a visual building, something concrete to see. I told Franzel, who's with the ASC, I said, this has been like waiting for an elephant to give birth. It has taken so long. However, process and procedures have to take place. May I wish you all a very happy and safe Christmas or holiday time, whatever it may be for you as individuals. Please stay safe, be water safe, be sun safe, and be road safe. We would love to see you all, well, we are going to see you all back here next year. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Apologies that came as a surprise. We wouldn't have known you were winging it if you hadn't said that, so thank you so much. Note to self, Sharon. Okay, let's move on. We are going to move on to the presentation of our Sports Awards. So I'd like to invite Mr. John O'Dwyer, who's our Head of Sport, to present the awards for outstanding sporting achievements over the course of 2024. Mr. O represents not only himself as our Head of Sport, but the Sporties Group, and we thank them for their generous donations to our sports program throughout the year. Our first set of awards goes to a group of girls who have done amazing things this year in the area of aerobics and cheerleading. So can I ask Everly Royston, Peyton Royston and Bonnie Beauty to come forward, please. I think it's important to note, so it was remiss of me to not say this earlier, that the students receiving sports awards today have represented themselves at the highest levels of their chosen pursuit this year. So very deserving winners. On the athletics field, we've got Sam Brown and Madison McDermott. In cricket, we've got Colin Burner. And I'm actually delighted to be acknowledging this award and for Mr. O to be presenting today to two of our dance students who are going on next year to pursue dance at a tertiary level. And we're really excited, really proud, and can't wait to hear or see them on the stage at some point in the future. That's Jet Robbins, who is unfortunately away today, and Ebony Kernigan. And in the field of equestrian, we have three girls whose commitment to their sport is second to none, and the hours spent truly amazing. And that is Emily Stone, Casey Caldo, and Charlotte Dickens. I don't think Charlotte's with us today. And And on the gymnastics stage, today we recognise Jean-Marie Jonker and Bridie Iskol. And on the water, our kayaking representative is Hunter Iskol. On the soccer field, we acknowledge Cameron Harb and Hunter McMaster. And a true champion in her sport of touch football, Aroha Kautai. And our final sports award is the award from School Sport Victoria, recognising excellence in a field, and that winner today is Madison McDermott. Thanks, Mr. O. I feel like we need a stretch or a brain break, but because we're not in the classroom, I'll probably just keep going. We're going to move on to the presentation of our major awards. So our next set of awards will be presented by various staff and representatives from our local organisations who have joined us today. The first award is the Goulburn Murray Local Learning Employment Network Organisation Award. I'd like to invite Jade Drew to come forward to present this award. This award is to recognise a student in Year 10, 11 or 12 who has either completed work experience, structured workplace learning, school-based apprenticeship and traineeship or volunteering. I'm delighted to announce that the winner of this award this year is Talia Muller.
I'm just actually going to say a few words from Talia's employers that they wanted me to share. So Talia's dedication and skills stood out throughout her workplace experience, with not only one but two of her employers both sending in nominations for this award. Talia's consistently exceeded expectations, demonstrating an excellent ability to learn quickly, take on challenges and ask questions to ensure her work was at the highest quality. Throughout her placement, she consistently demonstrated a strong awareness of safety protocols, ensuring every task was completed responsibly and effectively. Her positive attitude and ability to grow will help drive her success in the future. Well done, Talia.
Our second award is the Moira Neighbourhood Watch group of awards. So I'd like to invite Mrs. Joan Smith to come forward to present this award. This is the two awards for today for this particular section, and they are awarded to students who've demonstrated extraordinary commitment and service to our community. I'm delighted to announce Hadley Tenney and Lewis Brown as recipients of this award. Thank you, Joan. Our next award is, our next two awards are a group of awards from the Seroptinus International Group, and I'd like to invite Pam O'Dwyer forward to present these awards. Firstly, we have selected one student from the primary school and one student from two students from the secondary school who have shown commitment to and application to their studies throughout the year. And these students are Matilda Sterling and Alison Organ. My apologies, Matilda, I had you in Year 7 already. You just jumped ahead. And our final award from the Seroptimus group is awarded to a female student who aspires for achievement and excellence in all that she does. And a deserving winner to this award is Olivia Thompson. Thank you, Mrs. O'Dwyer, for presenting those awards today. Our next set of awards comes from the Cobram RSL, and I would like to invite Mrs. Brenda Smithhurst and Mrs. Barbara Turner to present these awards. The RSL Awards celebrate students who show tenacity, compassion and consistency. And our winners today are Willow Saar and Matilda Wazer. Thank you to Brenda and Barbara for joining us today. I'd like to invite Mrs. Fiona Clark to come forward, please. Our next set of awards recognise students for excellence in the field of arts. The first is in the excellence in the field of performing arts. And this is awarded to the student who has achieved the highest standards in the school for her work in this particular case, performing arts. I don't think she's with us today, but that award is for Lily Davidson. And for excellence in the creative art, to a student who has achieved the highest standards for their schoolwork in the visual arts, this is awarded to Olive Murphy. I would now like to invite Max Austin from the Cobram Lions Club to present this next set of awards. These are for students who always work to the best of their ability, conduct themselves in an exemplary manner. These students show resolve and enterprise towards the successful completion of all coursework, and they regularly exceed curriculum expectations. Delighted to acknowledge Bella Broderick, Cedric Pang and Ben Koenig. Thank you Max for coming along today. Our next set of awards is supported by the Rotary Club. They were unfortunately an apology today and have asked that Narelle Sheenan present the awards on their behalf. So Narelle, if you could come forward. The recipients of this award are students who uphold the core values of service, diversity, integrity and leadership. And our deserving winners today are William Wazer, Mila Diaco, Gracie Rice and Abigail Brooker. And I'd like to ask Mrs. Clark to come back up, please. Mrs. Clark is going to award the Lalitha Award for Indigenous Citizenship. This is an award dedicated to the student who best represented their Indigenous culture through acts of citizenship and respect, whilst also dedicating themselves to the pursuit of their academic success. Chuffed today to announce Kaylee Duggan as the winner of that award. awarded by the Moira Shire Council, the Moira Shire Council School Service Award. I'd like to invite Dr. Graham Emerson, PSM, to come forward to present this award. This award, Moira Shire is proud to recognise a senior student who actively participates in both the school and wider community, whether this be academically, through community service, volunteering, sport and recreation. They demonstrate endurance and resilience, have an interest in the arts and cultural music and performance. This award today goes to two very deserving winners, Cohen Pang and Everly Royston. Thank you, Graham. I'd now like to invite Trish from Fallon's to come forward, please. Trish is here to present our award, I'm going to start that again. It's the Principal's Award donated by Fallon's Bus Service, and it's awarded to two students who exemplified the school pillars of integrity, endeavour and community in their contribution to our school life. Today, those awards go to Lockie Packer and Miley Driscoll. Thank you very much, Trish. Mr. Thompson, can you jump back on deck, please? Mr. Thompson is going to present the next set of, or a couple of awards. The first is the ADF, the Australian Defence Force Future Innovators Award. It's awarded to a student in Year 10 and a student in Year 12 who demonstrate innovation and learning in the fields of science, technology, engineering and maths, so in the fields of STEM. And today our recipients are Jack Brown and Jordan Sue. The second ADF award is the ADF Long-Term Leadership and Teamwork Award. It's awarded to the student who demonstrates leadership and teamwork within both the school and the broader community. These students display strong values such as always doing one's best, respect for others and mateship. These are values considered integral to both the ADF and Australian society. Our winners today are Gracie Rice and Madison McDermott. And our next winner has just sat down, so we're going to ask him to stand up again. Our Quan Lee Dow Young Scholars Award, presented to a student start that again. This program supports students in a number of ways. It's an academic enrichment program designed to support high-achieving secondary students to achieve their personal best. Congratulations, Jack. And Mr. Thompson is going to continue in his presentation duties right now with the Academic Competitions Principals Award. These following awards are presented to students who achieved outstanding results in academic competitions throughout the year. One of the great things about that program and the program that we pursue here at CAGS is the number of kids that choose to participate, and it's fantastic to see, and we look forward to that continuing in 2025. So the awards are presented to students who have achieved outstanding results in the academic competitions. The students have always strived for excellence and pride themselves on rising to each academic award challenge. We have Harper Stubberfield, George Simkin, Cohen Pang. I probably need to slow down a bit, otherwise we're going to back up. Okay, so let's start with Harper, George and Cohen. Okay, well, Georgie goes and gets his second photo for the day. The other recipients of these awards are Peter Everingham, Alison Orwin and Josiah Everingham. Our next award is not you, Mr. Thompson, so you can have a seat, thank you. Alex, can I ask you to come forward, please, to present this next award? So this award is the Parliamentary Prize. It's an annual competition delivered by the Victorian Parliament's Community Engagement Unit. Students are invited to consider what they would say in Parliament if they were an MP. Amongst 1,126 entries from across 200 schools across the state, this recipient was awarded second place. So really an outstanding achievement, and that's Cedric Pang. I won't put him on the spot, but I'm going to have to ask Cedric what he decided he would say if he were parliamentary MP. I'm now going to ask Ivan McLean, ASC Chief Operating Officer, to come forward to present the next couple of awards. So if you like, these awards hold a very special place in our hearts here at CAGS. These are a primary and a secondary award that we consider our I guess, most special award. So the first is the St Margaret's Diocese of Wangaratta Award for Citizenship, and it's awarded to a junior school student who demonstrates in their school life a manner and a leadership style which distinctly embodies Christian principles. This student is moral, humble, calm and kind, and our very deserving winner for 2024 is Aroha Kautai. And finally, our Anglican Schools Commission Award for Citizenship. This is awarded to a senior school student who exemplifies all of those qualities for which we stand here at Cobram Anglican Grammar. This student has integrity, they show great endeavour, and they embody a spirit of community. They are caring, they act unselfishly to serve others, highly motivated, and they find ways to participate positively in absolutely everything that goes on here at school. This student in particular has been up and down a lot today, and she's going to be greatly missed as this was her final year with us, and that's Madison McDermott. That brings us to the end of this section of our presentation ceremony for today. So we congratulate every student who has received an award today, but as a number of us have said on many occasions, we celebrate every single one of you who's sitting here, whether you are an award winner or otherwise. So can we have a round of applause for all of our students, please? So now is the opportunity for that 2-second brain break, or maybe 2-minute brain break, while the choir come and get themselves sorted. Thank you so much to our choir. Mr. Schmuir reminded me earlier of how busy the choir have been over the past 6 weeks, I'm going to say. They've had performances all over the place, so we're really proud of them. They represent CAGS so well, and we look forward to hearing even greater things from them next year. So well done, guys. Thank you so much. I'd now like to invite Mr. Ivan McLean, the ASC Chief Operating Officer, to say a few words.
Thank you. I'd also like to add thanks to the choir, but also for the music that was played before our event today. Thank you very much. Mrs. Alex Mudd, Chair of Council, Dr. Graham Emerson, PSM, representing the Moray Shire, Mr. Keith Willett, Principal, all of our distinguished guests, staff here today, parents, families, students. I'd like to first acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet today and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Within the last month, the ASC has launched our Innovate RAP, and I'm very proud of our collective schools progress towards reconciliation and truth. Before I start, I haven't slept very well the last couple of nights, and I was letting Mr. Willett know before, while we're listening to the music, that Reverend Peter Lawrence sends his best wishes. He's in Iceland watching Northern Lights, and Mr. Willett regaled a story from his youth of how he found out that Iceland had the largest number of trucks per capita of any nation in the world. Thank you, Mr. Willett. I'll sleep well tonight. What a great pleasure it is to be here today to represent the Anglican Schools Commission. We are a group of 16 schools who are all part of the Anglican Commission family. And just like a family, everyone is looked after, everyone is cared for, and as I often say, the great philosopher Lilo once said, family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. In fact, next year, our family of school turns 40. And as we approach this momentous occasion, the board saw fit as to change the trading name of our system. So from next year on, you will hear reference to Angli Schools rather than Anglican Schools Commission. This helps to alleviate confusion with 5 other Anglican Schools Commissions across Australia, but also gives us ownership over our name. And while you will see an all-new logo and some brand new colours, please know we remain strong with the same values, the same vision, the same mission. I really would like to say a special thank you to Mr. Willett and all the hard-working staff here at Cobram for the tireless work they do for this school and for you, and congratulate the school on another brilliant year in its history. Certainly, Ms. Streeman, our business manager, and Mr. Willett have been very busy this year with the development of the Yarning Circle and other important initiatives, and are also busy preparing for next year, not just because it's Anglican Schools' 40th year, but also with the very busy work of preparing for the Trade Centre. Please would you join me in thanking both Mr. Willett and his executive team, and also Mrs. Monk and her council for the hard work they have done for you during 2024. I also want to thank you, students and staff, for working hard during this year. I hope that this year, more than last, you grew wiser, stronger, faster, smarter, kinder, happier. Congratulations to everyone who has received particular acknowledgement today, but as other speakers have spoken, congratulations really to every one of you who has made a giant step forward for yourself this year. I also want to thank your families for their valued support of Anglican Schools' work through Cobram Anglican Grammar School. It is very important to us that what we value together in our community and our schools is achieved, and that you all grow towards your potential. Quite possibly one of the movies that you are likely to watch, if you watch any this Christmas period, involves Moana. Moana 2 is on, isn't it? Yeah. I won't spoil anything, I haven't seen it yet myself, But in the first movie, we clearly learnt a lesson that when you embrace what you are destined to do, that's when you fulfill your greatest potential. This Christmas, I'm challenging you to make sure that you reflect on the past year and contemplate how you might improve yourself in 2025. Recharge your batteries, refresh your mind and body, so that you may start next year ready to fulfill your potential. Where that will inevitably be, who knows? But your teachers will be ready to support you here in your efforts, as the grandma in Moana said, to go inside, bang the drum and find out. So, from the very big family of Anglican schools, my best wishes to you all for next year. May the miracle of Christmas remind you of the greatest gift of all, God's love. And may the Lord's blessings be with you and your families. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. It now gives me great pleasure to welcome a very special speaker. I'm going to ask Cody Lincoln to come forward. Cody was our Dux of 2023, so he can empathise, sympathise, understand what our current Year 12s are going through right now and that nervous wait for results. So welcome, Cody, and thank you for sharing your experiences of life after CAGS with us.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, students, and former students who are recently let go for being overqualified. I'd like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share a few words about my journey through VCE and to give some tips for those of you who have yet to complete yours. First off, I'd like to congratulate former Year 12s on reaching the end of their VCE. You've all put in a tremendous amount of effort over the years, and I think that's worthy of a large round of applause. Today marks a year since I logged onto the VTAC website at 7 in the morning and revealed my ATAR. And tomorrow some of you will also be up early to reveal yours the moment it's released. I say only some because you've all earned the right to sleep in, and I expect most will take it. Whenever you choose to click that button, be proud of the number you get and own it. Whether it's higher, lower, or exactly what you expected, in which case, go play Tassaloto. It changes nothing about who you are and what you are capable of doing. If you don't quite reach the ATAR you were hoping for, don't let it bog you down. I'll be the millionth person to tell you it isn't true that you are nothing without your ATAR, but probably the first to tell you that your ATAR is nothing without you. Your unique abilities as individuals cannot be quantified by standardized testing. So even though your paths may be different to others, with enough passion and determination, you will end up where you want to be. No one is better at being you than you are. So make the most of your talent and strive to be the best version of yourself that you can be. You all started this ride as a team, and you've reached the end as a team. So while you spend some time celebrating your own achievements, don't forget to congratulate each other as well. As you pursue your dreams to build a new life for yourself, don't forget the life you've lived here. Stay in contact with your family and friends, and enjoy these last moments you have together. If you wouldn't take someone's advice, then don't listen to their criticism. Pave a path that's fit for you, and good luck with your future careers. Now, a bit about myself. Standing up here today, you may presume I've always been successful and breezed through my studies, but the results speak nothing of the struggles it took to get here. The rocky road began with the first lockdown, a time where we all thought the virus had passed in a couple of months, if only. The first few weeks were somewhat exciting at the time, and we tried to make the most of the new situation. I found out how to use custom backgrounds in teams before it was officially added, and was a regular participant in last man standing competitions that would often drag out the homeroom call for hours. But it didn't take long for the fun to fade away. The weeks turned into months, and we didn't fully come back to school until 2 years later. Habits are hard to make, but harder to break, and after 2 years of isolation, I had created some that took me until the very end of Year 12 to break. Not physical habits, but mental habits. Everyone has them, but few recognise them. I began to focus on the mistakes I made every day. I didn't see the 57 marks I got on a test, saw the 3 that I lost. and I became so used to doing it that I eventually convinced myself I would fail BCE, which is about as ironic as the speech you get. It took a very long time and a lot of support from the people around me to get back up and reach the finish line, and I'm so grateful they never gave up on me. To my parents, I can't thank you enough for the support you gave me when I needed it most. You were always there to make the hard times more bearable and the good times more enjoyable. So thank you. Kevin and Quinn, although your time at CAGS has come to an end, the impressions you've left on countless students over your career have been lost. So thank you for all the work you have done, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, although you couldn't make it today, I'll speak as if you were here. Thank you for the extra efforts you made to keep me on track when I got slack, and for being extraordinary teachers, not just for me, but for all students who were fortunate enough to have you as teachers throughout your many years of teaching. I wish you all the best in your futures, and I hope that this round of applause is loud enough for you to hear a few times over. To current and upcoming BCE students, unfortunately you've still got a little while to go until retirement, so I'll give 3 tips to help you prosper in your studies. 1. Break it down. Every mountain is climbed one step at a time, so pay attention to where you step. Don't lose the path among the trees. If you only look at the big picture, you lose detail of the little things that matter. Start with the subject, and an assignment, and then a question. Break the question into key parts. Underline key information, like quantities or meta language for a particular course. Once you've answered enough parts of the question, you'll find you finished the question. Enough questions, and you finish the assignment. Each step is a small amount of work, but over time you'll find yourself at the top of the mountain. After that, pick a taller mountain and climb that too. 2. Break it up. Don't sleep, study and leisure in the same room. You designate one room in one state of mind to be the jack of all trades, it will become the master of none. Study somewhere new, stay after school or go to the library with friends and study together. When you get home, relax and feel satisfied with yourself, knowing you've done enough work for the day. In the lead up to SACs or exams, think about where you can allot those extra hours of study to get the most out of them. I started waking up earlier and studying for an hour or 2 before school, and found I got more work done than I did studying 3 or 4 hours late at night. Find a strategy that works for you and take advantage of it. It's not always about how much you study, it's how efficiently you can do it. And 3, keep it up. Your only real failure is the failure to try. Momentum is not just a physics phenomenon, it applies to your work ethic too. Success isn't final, and failure isn't fatal. Persistence through failure is what truly defines success. And the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Start with the easy assignments and aim to get them out of the way. Don't spend hours on a question you don't understand. Highlight it and don't be afraid to bring it up in class, because the smartest people ask the most questions. Once you've finished the first assignment and got the train moving, capture their energy, channel it into the next one. Never give up and you'll never be let down. There's only one thing left to address. What have I done this past year? When I finished BCE, I was already set on taking a gap year. For me, it wasn't much of a decision, but a necessity. If I'd moved to Melbourne this year, I would have burnt out, and I know it. I had quite a bit of experience on the matter. I did have plans for this year, but things didn't work out how I wanted them to. I worked a little, explored some TAFE courses, even considered joining the ADF. But the majority of the year was spent enjoying some freedom from study and preparing for the big move, which is now a month away. For the past couple of months now, I've just been waiting for it to happen. Complete contrast to how I felt a year ago. I feel much more enthusiastic about my future now that I've had the time and the opportunity to explore my options and settle on what's best for me. This year was never about ticking off accomplishments or building a perfect resume. It was about pausing, reflecting, and preparing for the next chapter. All of which I have achieved. If you're feeling uncertain about what's next and want to take some time to breathe, that's okay. Just don't distract yourself from who you want to be in the years to come. Take some time to explore your options, refresh your mind, and come back later overall. So as you close this chapter and look ahead, remember, success is not a race. It's about moving forward at your own pace, learning from your mistakes, and celebrating each step along the way. Don't just celebrate your own victories either. Celebrate the achievements of your peers and help them to keep going when times get tough. To all students, well done on reaching the end of another academic year. Go enjoy your holidays and come back next year eager to continue your journeys. To the teachers and families who have and will continue to support us along the way, thank you for your guidance and words of encouragement. To the Ducks of 2024 who will tomorrow, congratulations to whoever they may be. May the odds be ever in your favour. Thank you all.
I'd just like to make a quick reply on Cody's speech as the head of senior school. One of the things as a fellow physics teacher standing next to Cody is it's inspiring and I will admit a little bit intimidating to stand next to someone with such a great knowledge in the subject area. One of the things that was really inspiring listening to that speech is I've been in this game for 20 years and Cody's results in terms of his achievements in his subjects and his ATAR and everything like that dwarf anything that I've seen in my career, and he should be truly proud of those. But if you listen to the words of his speech, he was acknowledging of the difference of pathways as students and recognising that we all have our own individual goals. Cody should be very proud of his achievements, but even in his speech he reflected on the thanks and the efforts that the team around him put into his academics and into his essentially completing his journey here with us at CAGS. Cody, all the best for 2025. You've represented yourself fantastically well across your journey. We wish you all the best and great success in the future. 2023 Ducks, Cody Lincoln. We fast approach the close of our presentation day, and I would like to invite our 2025 Captain of Anglican Identity, Regan Rouse, to lead us in the closing prayer.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the shepherds are back with the flocks, when the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal those broken in spirit, to feed the hungry, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among all peoples, to make a little music with the heart, and to radiate the light of Christ in all that we do and all that we say. Then the work of Christmas begins. Amen.
Thank you, Regan. I'd now like to invite Father Victor to give us a final blessing.
Let us pray. May the joy of the angels from heaven inspire us, the excitement of the shepherds encourage us, the dedication of the three kings enthuse us, the bright light of the Bethlehem star shine on our way. The resilience of Joseph and Mary be our aim, and most of all, may the birth of baby Jesus brings us great joy, peace and love. And the blessing of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with you and your family and friends this blessed season and always. Amen.
Thank you, Father. That brings us to the end of our presentation day ceremony. Before you go, a couple of quick reminders. If you are a person, and I'm probably going to look mostly over here, but some over here too, that has an envelope on which it indicates that you have won some cash as part of your prize, then you need to, and I'm right turning saying make your way to the office, yes, to collect that cash, because it's not in the envelope, sorry, you've got to go through the office to collect that. So that's a little bit of housekeeping. My other little bit of housekeeping is to let you know that all students now need to make their way back to their homerooms under the instruction of their homeroom teacher. And there may be an envelope for you at homeroom with some certificates and bits and pieces that you need to collect. So don't just do a runner out the door, make sure you make your way back to homeroom. So that's all, folks. I want to congratulate everyone on an amazing 2024. Can't wait to see what 2025 brings us. Thank you.